Following is an abridged recitation of prophecies laid down by Thomas the Rhymer in the 13th century. Said prophecy is referred to as Alia Prophetica de Cathedra Memoria, and I've abridged it for common English. Old Scottish prophecy. Scotland, be sad and lament for the child whom thou hast lost, bereft of kingship, falsely undone by thy unkindly host. And so your new freedom is slavery, and you are surrounded by deception. The false solidarity of British equality leaves you crippled by your brother. The loss of this noble prince is a detriment to all people. If nobility doesn't hold the law, the wicked will. Your anguish is great, and so is everyone's around you, old and young, rich and poor, all races and creeds. Only the dead are free of it. What was once a country of progress has now abandoned her former goodness for the love of money and perversion. By hard conflict, a little chance, and socioeconomic hardship, you'll never prosper, and you can only hope it doesn't get worse. Even if you want to win and apply yourself, you'll always be subdued under the yoke from onset. Foreign powers hold your state and use it to kill you. The English have lost their way in both thought and action. You are so lost in despair and think you have to cheat and be bad to win. Britain was once a strong, proud, and undefeatable country. It has submitted to the lowest destiny of serving the U.S. It is sad. In former age, the Scotsman renowned did flourish godly, gay. Not now, alas, is overcloud and dead with dark decay. Wake up, take notice of the source of the trauma and the drama. They hold faith in contempt while upholding falsehood, deception, and corruption. There is abundant, insatiable greed for money and power, while the poor are met with oppression. Society stands in perpetual conflict with humanity, and justice has become a tool of the wicked. We are at the behest of petty, arrogant fools. They are not real leaders. They're just chief cronies. And all they know how to do is try to control us with fear and oppress us with unjust laws. It's time to stop it. The time has been spoken about for ages. We are here now. We must act this day. If you haven't learned by now, they're not going to stop unless we stop them together. As such, dear Scotland, do commence the meticulous cataloging of source of every slanderous, fear-mongering, bad medicine-giving mouth, and trace every red cent to its source. For out of thee the people shall rise up, with the joy of a diver surfacing, even though as yet a pen can scarcely write the hurt, scathe, and distress you have suffered. Be of strong faith and heart. You may already be worn from grief, but you will not fight alone for long. Your boldness will stir the masses. I do suppose, although too late, old prophecy shall hold. Hope you, in God's goodness' sake, and mercy is manifold. For thou that now a patient is, and feemeth to be bound, and liberty shall be set free, with true leaders' guarantee. From high above grace shall come down, and thy state, Scotland, be in letter end more prosperous than no former age did see. Old prophecies foretell to thee a warrior's heir is born, who shall recover now his right, advance his kingdom's horn. Then shall the Scots, sword sweet with blood and slaughter which they make, the old king himself, revenger shall, the guilty troops down rake. The English nation shall invade, but not escape the plague, with sword and thirst, and tears and pest, with fears such like ague. After the enemies have been thrown down and mastered by war, then Scotland quietly in peace pass joyful days for evermore. And I believe the ends when hemp is prohibition is fully gone. Scotland and England will be one, regardless of whether it's Great Britain. One love.